Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 for your Sunday. It's going to be herO and herO here on Tokamak. Bottom left, herO. Top right, herO. Both players JSL champions. herO has a few more JSL champions than herO does, but that doesn't really matter, right? herO got to the top of the mountain, and he can do it again because he's already done it. So, it's going to be a PvT. I feel like I haven't cast a professional PvT on this channel for a while. But let's see what the state of it is now. This is from the EWC 2025. A lot of good replays from there. I'll be casting replays from this for a while. So, get yourselves buckled in for an excellent TVP here on Tokamak. Barracks expand timing here from herO. We got ourselves a nice little early gas here from herO. What are his plans for this early gas? Maybe an early Adept Scout. Maybe it's going to be an early Blink Stalker rush. We will see what his plans are thanks to the production tab. And this probe's going to harass, as is standard. Second SCV pulled off to go ahead and shoo it away. And it's not fully saturating the gas here. Just one probe on the gas into an expansion. And then a second probe being added. This probe says, hey, you have your own gas here. Making a Marine and not trying to block in the probe here. The probe is trying to block an expansion. So yeah, herO has 400 minerals and there you go. Just throwing it down off center. You can lift it after it's completed and then put it in the correct place. No big deal. So maybe herO is making herO think it's going to be a Reaper, right? He sees the gas. He sees the barracks working. And then it's a factory here from herO. Okay. Cybernetics core on the way. Warping in here. So we've got Warp Gate and then a Twilight Council. I'm going to say Twilight Council here from our guy herO for his first tech choice in this TVP. Second gas here from herO. Making a tech lab. On the barracks. We're going to swap it out for the factory with a tech lab. Maybe an early tank. Maybe a Cyclone. We've got a Sentry on the way here. We've got a Stalker and a Sentry patrolling for the Reaper that is not going to come. Nice mind games, herO. I like it a lot. So yeah, swapping the factory onto a tech lab, and it's going to be a Cyclone. So early Cyclone here. Twilight Council, Hallucinated Phoenix, thanks to the rechargeability of that Nexus on the Sentry. And this Hallucinated Phoenix says, hey, why is there not a Reaper? What are you doing otherwise here? And this is so hard to stop, man. This is a full scout with a Hallucinated Reaper at 3 minutes. And nothing can stop it, right? So look, we got a full scout. He sees the 2 gas. He sees the 2 Marines. He sees the starport and the factory. He sees the, oh my gosh, the Cyclone. Yeah, just again, just a full scout here. So 2 racks, a factory, and a starport, a 2-on-1 build. And walling off here with 2 more gateways. We've got a couple more stalkers. Well, 1 more stalker. And Blink is on the way. So, Blink Stalkers, excellent for offense, excellent for defense. And herO says, third base, here we come. Because we saw that the second base is already done here from herO. And look at that. The Phoenix, just again, fully scouting here. Not quite dead yet. And loading up with the Cyclone and 4 Marines for a bit of a drop. Heading towards the third base. But yeah, Blink is not quite done yet. herO thinks it's going to be in the main base, but maybe it's not. Maybe we're just going to go ahead and try to get a cancel on this third base here on Tokamak at 4 minutes. Look at this, herO. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units unloading. All right, so killing a pylon, not getting too greedy here. And yeah, just packing up, getting out of there with no losses and a pylon down. herO is excellent at harassing and not getting overly greedy. Man, if these these stalkers had Blink, I feel like the medevac would be dead. But it's going to be done in 10 seconds, so close enough. We have no tank. We've got a Liberator on the way here. We've got a bunker coming up. and using a hallucinated Phoenix to gain high ground vision for this blink up into the main base. Yeah, blinking up inside the main base here, trying to take down a reactor. Again, not greed, but oh my gosh. So having the Marine production off of that barracks, going ahead and landing inside the third base with Cyclone, with Marines, and 8 probes have been killed. These Stalkers will clean it up. And then blinking out here with these Stalkers, the other Stalkers on the main base of Cure on the other side of the map. So, whew, Cure, what is going on here? We've got 8 probes. There we go. So 8 probes total lost here. We've got some Marines dead as well. Both players have exactly 1,000 resources of lost units. Man, TVP is such a hectic matchup. Liberator showing up inside the main base, getting 2 more kills. A little bit of lost mining time there, and then gets away with her life with 18 hit points and 2 kills. And then setting up a circle, setting up a liberation circle there because he just wanted to F2 that Liberator. Again, just scouting with hallucinated Phoenix here. So herO knows every single thing that's going on. 3 racks. We've got combat shield on the way. Factory with a reactor. Starport with a reactor. So again, we're going to make a lot of medevacs. We're going to make a lot of Marines. Maybe some siege tanks. herO prepping for a 4th base. And look at this. Again, just not... There you go. Probe down. Cancel a pylon and says, okay, that's good enough. Ooh, load up. Move out. Move out because there are charge lots on the way to your location. And yeah, what an incredible game. Hit that like button if you're excited for this PvT. It's just an early game extravaganza right now, but I think people are... Both of these players are setting up for an excellent mid-game. There we go. 1 tank, Marauders, and Marines. These Stalkers cannot handle it. They need splash damage, so that's what this Templar Archives is all about. Maybe it's Storm. Maybe it's some Archons. That is the tech of choice here from our guy, herO. Man, back in the day, like 2 years ago, people said, it is impossible to win PvT at the highest level. Terran is overpowered, and then herO says, hold my beer, and took down several of the highest elite Terran players to win a GSL. And everybody's like, oh, I guess just play like herO, I suppose. That's the setup. Oh, leave these guys behind. Medevac was worried about dying to the Stalkers and got totally abandoning those dudes. Is this Liberator still back here? Sure is. Still circling just on itself. Again, I think you could probably circle out here. I have to probably get close enough for a Stalker to hit you if you're going to do it without advanced ballistics, which I don't know if we're going to get. Fusion core for that upgrade. Not battle cruisers, obviously. Double, ooh, Armory 1, Engineering Bay. So an Armory and an Engineering Bay. Widow Mines are out, so maybe that's just going to be for Drilling Claws for the Widow Mines. I mean, maybe a Siege Tank upgrade or 2, not going to be a bad thing. But yeah, really working on the attack upgrades and the armor upgrades for the Marines here. They got +1 attack. They're going to get +1 armor. +1 attack is on the way. Now from herO, a bit behind onto that one, but I think he's going to be okay with it. Couple free Zealots. Okay, 3 free Zealots. Tagging them with that concussive shell is always great. Zealots, High Templar. They have Storm. They have Storm available. So a little Zealot charge lot comp. Trying to come on in. Widow Mine. Fires. Ugh, softening up those Zealots. Siege Tank. Size Storm it. Size Storm it. Charging in on the Size Storm. Stalker's coming on the other side. Guardian Shield does get popped. Making an Archon on the front lines. Storming again. SCVs are dying. Another Storm. It's a Storm again in here, folks. Marines, Marauders, kiting back and back and back and back here. SCVs getting pulled, and Mules from the third base. Not going to be happy about that whatsoever, but I think Cure has managed to hold this. 10 SCVs died, but that's A-okay. He's killed a few probes on the other end of it. His third base is getting resaturated. He still has 59 workers to 66 from herO. Zealots charging in on the flank again. No splash damage here this time. Just charge lots. Just Stalkers. Widow Mine. Blink dodged by herO. And herO's backing out. Very, very well done there by herO. Nice poke in. Killed some workers. Got some revenge for the probes that died over here. This Liberator says, is anybody paying attention to me right now? No? Cool. I'll get 1 kill before I get picked off 5th base coming in left side from herO. Resources lost are 7,000 to 6,500. Love to see a good Psystorm in a PvT. I feel it should be more often used in this matchup. It did some good work there. That said, are we done with those? Nope, got 3 High Templar inside a War Prism. Nice. Back home, there is a robotic support bay coming in from herO, so you might go for some Colossus, might get some Disruptors as this game continues. So, charging in, Ghosts are coming in for EMP, maybe some Snipe, Widow Mines, Friendly Fire, Target Splash there a little bit. Another beautiful Psystorm. Another Storm, not getting a lot of coverage there. Needs burrowing on the Widow Mines. They need to burrow more quickly when they're on the front lines like this. It doesn't really matter if you're burrowing them like out on the map, but in a situation like this, okay, again, nice connections, bruising up these Zealots so they're easier to kill. Yeah, all right, 60 to 23 army supply right now. Are we kidding? Cure is up big time in overall supply. Resources lost 3,800 for herO, 2,800 from Cure. The cost efficiency of the Marines and the Marauders and the Medevacs with the Ghosts is just too much. herO's going to try to make up for that by having a bunch of bases. It's just like the Zerg plays in a ZVT. You're hard to be cost efficient against a Terran, so that's why you have extra bases compared to what they have. Countering across the map here, we got the Marines. Another pylon down. The entire army is set up. Little bit stimmed, like holding still, letting those Medevacs heal you up a little bit would be nice. Colossus Extended Thermal Lance on the way. Air Weapons level 1 coming in here too. I'm not sure, is that actually for any Vikings? We don't have any Vikings yet for Cure. Got a 4th base done at the top side. Gonna upgrade that one to a planetary. Zealots on the run out. Zealot and Stalker and High Templar are coming back. Colossus joining the party. They've got that Extended Thermal Lance upgrade. It's done. And maybe getting into that 4th base before it's a planetary would be a good move. They're coming into the 3rd base instead. Did poke into that base to see what's going on. Another engagement is jumping an EMP on the Archon. Going to make it die so fast. Yeah, I just don't think this is working out for herO as much as he wants to. Storms are going to help quite a bit, but falling back. Charging in. I love getting hits off on orbitals with Colossus. It's like, well, after 47,000 hits from an Oracle, that base will actually die. Standing in. SCVs getting pulled in to try to fight as well. Vikings, there they are. Sniping out the War Prism, getting shots off on these Colossus. Both of them died. 21 SCVs died. That's huge. But the army value is 75 to 48. I kind of feel like Cure needs to move across the map and just get something done here. Just at least take out a base. I'm not sure if he can win from this position, but he's got so much. He's got 2-2 upgrades on... Wait. Yeah, 2-2 upgrades on his Marines and his Marauders. Again, tagging a Stalker. Bam! Warping in 7 Zealots helps you even up that army supply quite a bit as Cure is falling back from this spot. So yeah, happy Sunday. Tap that like button if you're enjoying it. What an incredible good game this has been so far in a PvT. Again, haven't done one of these in a while, so PvT fans, I apologize if you've been waiting, but let me know in the comments if you're a Protoss versus Terran fan in StarCraft 2. EMP kind of catching a couple of those Zealots, not the best located one I've ever seen. 94 to 90 army supply. Look at that. Cure just warping in a ton of Zealots and making some Immortals and some Colossus too to help fill up that gap between him and Cure in the army supply. So 13:37 lead time, as the kids say. Well, the older people say at this point. Storm, just kind of unsupported High Templar wandering in and storming is a little bit adorable. Catches an EMP, dies. That's what you get for throwing storms down on a Terran. You must die immediately. Top left base warping in from herO 2. Hot didgeridoo. And a weird proxy gate up this way. Maybe to warp in some charge lots, maybe some DTs. Swinging on to the, I guess the planetary is not the best place for a couple DTs to go. You know, a lot of DTs with DT Blink maybe. Another great EMP. Another EMP. These Zealots, yeah, their shields are gonzo. They're done. Well, that means anytime they're taking damage, yeah, they're just a lot of damage out. herO poking, prodding, desperately trying to find what he needs to win this thing. Snipe on a single Zealot. Not the best use of Snipe, but I'm not going to worry about it here either. More Archons on the way, +3 attack on the way for the Stalkers and the Immortals and everything that's on the ground. 3-3. from Cure. You can see in the production tab how that's going pretty well from him, too. Sensor tower sniped. A little bit of damage off on that orbital. Again, forcing a repair. Ooh, sniping off individual marauders here. Doing bonus versus armored. Good target firing. And hero's taking another base. He's double expanding down the right side. Top left base is done. Dude, is Cure just gonna... Wow. Here's the engagement. Psystorm, 3 Colossus. The magic number. Viking trying to chase the Colossus. Back and back and back and back and back. Just kind of running in general here. Is herO 121 to 79 army supply. Every time there's a battle, it feels like Cure's army is a lot bigger than hero's is, but he can't really get across the map and actually seal the deal at any point. He doesn't know about any of this stuff. He doesn't know about this or this or this or this. Does he think he's dealing with a 4-basing Protoss here? Because that's certainly not the case. Look at this. Pylon blocking the gold expansion up on Cure's side of the map just to make sure he knows if, Cure's going for it. He's got that information. 133 to 105 army supply. Zealots try to sneak over to the right side. What a match this has been. Yeah, we're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th base for a Terran. I want to say it's pretty rare in PvT these days. Not something we generally get a lot of. Look at this. Cure discovers this base. Nice feedbacks on a couple ghosts there. And a medevac perhaps as well. Zealots are getting chewed up. They're forcing the army back a little bit. herO showing up with the big ticket items. He's got the Colossus. He's got the Immortals. He's got the Stalkers. And one of the 17 Nexuses of herO does finally get taken out. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to hit there at all, was it? Nope. So maxed out Cure. Income tab is looking like this. Favoring herO just a little bit. Great Storms again. Great Storm. EMP getting tossed down once more. Are we willing to engage here? The answer is, I don't know. Cure is not really interested in straight up engaging with this army. 114 to 84 army supply. He's got a big advantage, but not feeling it. herO taking down some rocks that are an additional attack path, a wide ramp, which isn't that scary to go up compared to a narrow ramp. That's for sure. Oh, Colossus out in front. Maybe they were bait? Oh, gosh. Ghost getting target fired. This 5th base of Cure's in a lot of trouble. It's gonna die. No, lifting isn't going to save it. Not against the Protoss army, sir. Not even close. Yeah, Cure's just getting squeezed out. Finally, Cure scans this left side of the map and goes, oh, you have a base over there. Oh, boy. I'm in trouble, aren't I? You might be. You might be. Army value the same. herO's got 25 more workers than Cure does, which is going to help him remax a lot. Help him immensely. God, another snipe of an orbital. That took the damage earlier in the game. All those little snipes on that 3rd base, they finally pay off. herO's happy about that. Psystorm on everything here. The Vikings are like, what do we do? The Colossus are dead. Land, maybe. Get some bonus against the Immortals. There we go. Bonus damage against Immortals and Stalkers because they're both mechanical. Not a bad idea. And again, an 80 to 55 army supply advantage. The Immortals getting wiped out. 74 to 73 army advantage. As, oh my goodness. Just once again, Cure big takes the gold base here. 19 SCVs died in some kind of a situation. I mean, this whole base dying probably didn't help anything, did it? No. Handful of Stalkers poking up. Again, poking at an orbital with the intent of killing it later. Seems possible. I love that herO just took this base. He's like, I'm just going to take a location that you should take because you're not taking it. Dude, Cure just doesn't have anything left, man. He's got 34 SCVs remaining. This orbital getting repaired. Sniped by +3 Stalkers. Probes dying somewhere down there, probably. Maybe it was a Widow Mine, little run by, which is a nice move by Cure. Big fan of that. But yeah, look at herO just expanding everywhere, being everywhere. Being awesome all the time. He's going to go ahead and warp with some charge lots in the main base. He's defending this top left fairly adequately. Charges into this gold base too. Just again, every time Cure has to run Psystorm. Army getting cleaned out. No! GG! herO with a beautiful surround and clean out, and herO gets the win in 1952. Good grief. Yeah, herO expanded everywhere, got good upgrades, poked and prodded and used splash damage, all of it. Psystorm, Colossus, and Archons to the best of his ability. Lost a couple Nexuses, but had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total bases in this game. 9. 9 is insane. It's absolutely crazy. Like, what a great game there from herO for a Sunday cast. Incredible. Incredible showing. So, yeah, 15 probes down there. 69. Nice. SCV's dead for a cure. I mean, I know you can lose some SCVs in a game as Terran and just get your mules going, but by golly, 2 orbitals died too, and a regular command center. Resources lost, 36 to 37,000. Way too close for somebody who is down 7 bases if you're a cure in that situation. And yeah, just patience, man. It is patience. It is pushing. It is prodding. It is getting a ton of storms down. It is using Colossus, recognizing you're probably going to lose them and just making some more. And over again, just a fantastic play over and over again by our guy, herO. So that's it. I mean, it's not easy. He doesn't make it look easy, I don't think. And that's a GG. So that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.